shit. What's up, YouTube? Man, I don't even know where to begin with this fucking movie. Cause I was thinking about it before I went and watched it, and my issues with the 2018 and Halloween Kills movie, and I was like, why is the movies not about Michael, but they're about Laurie, and it's about grief? Because the original movie, it's like a dark fairy tale where it feels like a nightmare, and there's two different forces at play. You have Laurie, which is like pure good, and then you have evil, which is like Michael, where he's like pure evil, and then you have Loomis in the middle trying to keep the two apart. And then I guess it makes sense, like, why Laurie would be grief stricken because Michael like infects her with his evil or whatever, so she's not good. But I don't know. I came across a. I'm gonna be all over the place as usual. I came across a Reddit comment where it was like, the movie's got Laurie's story arc in reverse. She should have been like, trying to process the grief and get through it in 2018, and then 18, and then in Kills, she's like, changes her fucking outlook, and then in ends she's like gonna be like the hermit locked up in the hut in her little fortress waiting for Michael. So yeah, that makes sense. If you're gonna do the grief plot, you fucking completely inverted the arc, which is kind of interesting. Because I was sitting there thinking before I went and watched the movie, I was like, what? Like, why are they trying to explain like where this evil comes from? I don't think you should be trying to do that. I feel like Laurie should have became a Loomis type character where she's in the middle, and then her family should have been the good, and then Michael should have stayed the evil. And then yeah, I guess you could weave the grief plot into that, but I don't know. The grief plot never really struck me, because that's what this whole movie is about. It's like, you gotta take your boogeyman, you gotta put him on your kitchen counter and stab him in the hands and slit his neck and slit his wrist. You gotta put your boogeyman, you gotta put your demon in a meat grinder so you can move on and be happy with your life. And like, that was like the whole, I guess, message of the trilogy. And it was just like, I don't give a fuck about all that. Like, when I think about my favorite slasher movies, there's not really any story. It's literally just plot. I guess like that's why I like Friday the 13th so much, but at the same time, so many of those movies kind of like blend together, and it's hard to distinguish them. But you don't go to a slasher movie to tell you about how to fucking deal with grief. You go to a slasher movie to watch people get killed. Like, you know what I mean? So starting off this movie, I'm like, okay, what are we doing with these new characters? Why are we introducing new characters? Okay. And then the fucking kid dies, and it was fucking hilarious. I was like, why is this important? Are they setting, like, is this supposed to go into the grief plot where like everyone's like fucking bent out of shape over Michael killing everybody? Like, okay, and then it goes into an exposition dialogue. They have this expository dialogue where Laurie's writing a fucking book. Like, that was the whole point of her writing a book, is so she could expout this moral fucking message or whatever. I was like, whatever, dude. And then we continue to follow this fucking Corey character. And then what immediately concerned me is that I seen him working at a mechanic shop, and he had a fucking mechanic fucking suit on, and I'm like, no, dude, they're not gonna try to fucking make him like the next Michael Myers. Oh my god, they're gonna actually try to do that. Okay. I guess. Let's see how it goes. And then he meets Allison, and then she's like immediately like just all over him, and it's weird because she just like sees him and then it is like immediately infatuated. There's like no context to it. It's just like love at first. It's so hard to fucking even like believe or process. Like the whole, like, you could tell it was so forced just for the sake of like having this conflict between fucking Allison and Laurie. And I was like, whatever. And then on top of that, he's getting like bullied by like fucking band geeks. And I was like, how are you just gonna sit there and let these little kids talk to you? Like, move on. Like, walk past them. Fucking ignore them. But it's like, he doesn't fucking do that. And I'm like, oh my god, they're actually setting him up to be a fucking killer. Jesus Christ, whatever. And I'm like, where the fuck is Michael? Why is Michael not fucking doing anything? Where's Michael? And then they allude to like this tunnel. And I'm like, are you serious? Michael's hiding out in the sewers? What the fuck is this about? And then fucking Corey gets bullied, gets thrown off a bridge, he gets dragged in the tunnel. And then I'm like, what? So Michael like drags people into the tunnel and then kills them? Like he's not out in a what? Okay. And then fuck. This movie is so long, but it feels like 4 fucking hours. It's like 2 hours long, but it feels like 4 hours because there's like so much character shit that you just don't give a fuck about. Like there's this cop asshole that his whole purpose is like so he can get killed by Michael, and it's weird because when I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but fucking Corey like he wakes up in the tunnel and then he leaves and then Michael grabs him and then lets him live, and I'm like, what the fuck was he grabbed him and then like all these memories are like, and I'm like, what? Did Michael like transfer his evil into him? What the fuck was that? What are we doing here? This is fucking weird. I don't know if I like this. And then fucking Corey fucking baits the I don't even remember what happens. I think he like baits the cop into the tunnel and then fucking Michael kills the cop and then he's like he gets like rejuvenated by killing the cop and I'm like, what are we doing here? So killing makes Michael stronger. What is this? Feels like an elementary school wrote the fucking rules to this universe. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And then I guess like there's like this subplot where Michael and fucking Corey are going around. They only have like one scene where they go around and they buddy cop and they fucking tag team kill this fucking doctor and this nurse. And then they just like reuse a scene from the original Halloween where fucking he sticks the dude in the fucking abdomen or whatever and then he sticks to the wall. And I was like, oh man, we're already reusing old fucking assets. God damn it. Hopefully we get some new kills in this movie. This does not disappoint as the movie goes on. And then I don't remember what the fuck happens. Like Laurie's like in this old house where this kid died, and then Corey's looking around for her, and then she's not there. And then I'm like, wait, was she actually there, or was that some sort of like psychic energy from Michael? What is happening right now? What is going on? And then fucking Corey goes to the cave and then like takes Michael's mask and Michael doesn't kill him. I guess I don't what? Even me saying that I don't understand. And then Corey proceeds to kill everybody. I think Michael only kills like he literally only kills 2 people in the movie. He kills the cop dude and then he kills the fucking nurse and then he kills Corey. He kills 3 people in this fucking movie. Jesus Christ. And then, damn, dude. I don't even know. Oh, shit. Sorry. I had too much fucking shit on my phone, so I had to delete some shit so I could make more video. There's not gonna be too much video left. I just wanted to get to the fucking, I don't know, dude. I don't really like this movie. I just wanted to get to the end and talk about the kills, which are pretty great. So, the first kill Corey initiates on someone. What was the first kill? Well, he gets the Dr. G, wraps a bag around his head, and he's fucking shoving a corkscrew in his neck. That was pretty fucking vicious. I was like, damn, dude. And then, shit. I don't remember fucking anything after that, in between. I remember. I only remember the fucking um, shipyard or the mechanics yard, the scrap yard. Yeah, everyone at the scrap yard. I knew some shit was gonna go down. Fucking the first kid he sees has like a fucking knife stuck through his eyeball. You're like, oh, okay, we're killing all these kids. Cool. That was their whole purpose of the movie. They were here just to fucking die. Okay. And then he starts up a fucking truck and then they start running in a straight line. I was like, okay, hopefully this kill is worth it because these people are stupid. They see that there's cars everywhere and there's a truck coming towards them, but they run in a straight line. They don't. Whatever. Fucking the first girl makes it, climbs over the fence. The other girl, she makes it, and then she just stands there and screams, "Ah!" And then she gets ran over. I was like, hilarious. It was vicious, it was brutal, but it was hilarious. And then the other girl, she goes tries to help, and then she gets fucking. We don't even get to see it. She just gets wrenched. And then the main bully, he goes up to the window. He's like, oh, doo, 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 doo. The dad's all watching a fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. He's like, oh, there's people dying out here. Wait, come help. He's like, okay. They load up. They go outside. And the dad goes and checks, and she's like, help me. The girl that got run over. And then the dude with the fucking bully with the gun, he sees Michael. He's like, time to die. He shoots. The dad comes up. You're like, that was so anticlimactic. Whatever. And then Corey just disappears. He does some Michael Myers shit. And then the dude's like, "Well, I'm not gonna try to run. I gotta try to help this lady that's pinned under a truck under a fucking fence." And then he's like, "Are you dead?" And then she's like, "No, but you are," or something like that. And then fucking he gets pinned down. And then this is like one of the most fucking vicious deaths I've ever seen in my life. He gets fucking blowtorched in the mouth. And what's great about it is like you're it's not like showing you that in particular. It's like showing you like a low profile image where it's focused on the girl watching this happen, but it's in the foreground and it's blurry and it's like he's like ugh, ugh, and like you hear his teeth like popping. Oh my god. That shit was fucking crazy. That was one of the craziest deaths I've ever seen in a movie ever. Just blowtorch to them. Damn. Damn. That oh man. That got me fucking excited. And then he goes over to the girl, stomps her face in, and just fucking runs her over. It was so fucked up. I think I was like the only one in the movie theater that laughed. Like I was like the only one laughing at like fucking people dying. Like when the kid died, he fucking kicks the door. He's like, oh, and then like you don't see the kid like falling in the beginning. You just see like it cuts to the parents opening the door. I'm like, oh my god, the kid's gonna fall. And he goes, ah! Dude, it was so funny. God damn it. I don't know. Shit like that is just funny to me. And then I guess Corey goes to Lori's house to try to kill her. And then she shoots it. Oh yeah. There was like this subversion where you think like Lori's gonna kill herself. And then like she shoots and you're supposed to believe that it was like she shot herself, but it was so obviously pumpkin. And then Corey opens the door and then gets shot. She's like, you really think I'm gonna kill myself? It's like, wow, that was a pretty sad attempt. I saw what you were going for. Execution was shit. And then he's like, if you can't have her, no one can have her. And he stabs himself in the neck. And then I'm like, what? Lori goes and sits. Oh yeah, she fucking Allison comes in. She's like, "You killed him," and then she leaves, I guess. And then fucking yeah, she drives away, I guess. And then she just magically appears. when Michael's there. Laurie goes and sits down, and then Michael comes in. And he's like, "Give me my mask." He takes the mask, and then what the fuck, dude? And then he goes for the knife, and then Corey's like, "No, you can't have it." And then it has like, dude, the way they shoot Michael Myers like is so great. It's like a fucking, what is it? It's like a It's like a lens that you're used to fucking shoot like far distances, but it's like used in close proximity, so it feels like it's like Michael's face takes up the whole screen and it's kind of like blurred on the fucking outside, so it feels like he's like right there. It's like, oh, it's so good. And then it's like, and then he's like takes his neck and snaps it, and then he goes in the kitchen, and then him and Laurie have a badass fight, and then they pin him. They pin him to the. She fucking stabs him. He stabs his fucking hands into the table, throws the fridge on him, and then stabs him in the fucking heart, and then takes off his mask, slits his throat. He fucking takes his hand out of the knife, grabs her, and then you're like, oh, she's gonna die. Allison comes in, breaks his arm, and then slits his wrist vertical, and you're like, ugh. And then I was like, did we have to take his mask? Did we have to see that much of Michael's face? Like, I don't know, man. I just didn't really, something about it rubbed me wrong. It might have been his facial hair. I don't know. The scene just didn't seem right. And then I'm supposed to expect to believe that, yeah, this whole, yeah, what the fuck? This takes place on Halloween night, and there's like no one out celebrating Halloween. There's like, but the year prior, right after the fucking Halloween massacre, the year prior to this year, everyone's out celebrating Halloween. But then this year comes, and no one's celebrating Halloween. And then on top of that, where the fuck is the sheriff with the big ass hat? He literally only shows up in the ending to be like, whoa, what's going on here? There's literally like no fucking cop presence throughout the entire movie. Like I remember when Laurie called in to kill herself, I was like the whole time everything was happening where she pins Michael. I'm like, where the fuck are the cops? Okay, I know that they have to deal with like the fucking station fire or whatever, but like, where the fuck are the cops? What's going on? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. He kills the radio station dude, and like he kills him in the way that you see it in Halloween 2018, where the they go over to the fucking desk and the dude's mouth is all, and he's just, he takes the fucking scissors and cuts his tongue off, and then she's like, and then this record's spinning and it's like his tongue's flipping over the fucking what's the thing called, the needle. Every time the needle goes, the tongue flips. Dude, that was like the second best death in the movie. God damn it, it was so great. I completely forgot about that. Damn. Yeah, and then I'm supposed to expect to believe that all these people have gathered together to like sacrifice Michael on some Jesus shit, on some fucking Spider-Man 2 shit. They fucking put him to the roof of the car, and then they just pass him up into this meat grinder, and then they throw him into the meat grinder, and I'm like, oh dude, he's got to grab Laurie last second. She has to die. She has to die. And then no, he just into toothpaste. And I was like, is that the end? And then she's like, yeah, you have to like kill your boogeyman. And I was like, damn it, man. So I don't know, man. This movie is pretty fucking. I feel like I want to give it like a 3 or 4. I feel the more I think about it, the more I want to give it like the more I think about it, the less I like it. Like what? So obviously the mask gave Michael some power. Obviously killing gave Michael some power. Why do we have to? Obviously he was affected by his old age. I don't know. This movie felt like just this whole trilogy felt like it had like nestles of ideas and then didn't really know what to do with it, and it's like, well, we can't explain it too much, but we also need to leave it open ended enough to where people can project their own interpretation onto it. And it just felt everything felt so goddamn superficial and shallow. Even like the moral like fucking wokeness of like you gotta kill your demons, and it's like, ugh, why didn't y'all just continue with Halloween Kills? Why couldn't Michael just go around just killing people? I mean, that movie has its own problems of its own, but the best part of the movie is when Michael's killing shit. And then in this movie, he kills 3 people. And then the whole rest of the movie, it's like people fucking dealing with grief and shit. It's like, I don't come to Halloween movies to watch people deal with grief. If I want to watch people deal with grief, I'll watch fucking Hereditary. I'll watch a movie that understands and like, I don't know. It just felt so goddamn shallow. It felt so. I'm just so disappointed. So disappointed. So sad. So sad. I don't know. Go watch it though. If anything, just watch it on Peacock. Man, I don't think I'll ever watch this movie ever again. Like, I can like watch 2018 and Kills because at least there's like good moments. I think if anything, I'll just watch the deaths on YouTube. Like, I don't know, man. I'll give this movie like a fucking 2. Jesus Christ. I guess like it kind of took like a Halloween 3 approach, where it kind of felt like a spin-off of its own, but it still had Michael there for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this movie. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So I'm sad. I don't like it.